Hello summoners and welcome to Counterplay. This time we'll be taking a look at the new reworked Aatrox. Aatrox's early game damage, specifically before level 6, is absurd. He does a ton of damage with Q, and if he hits you with a passive as well, he will take a lot of your life. The things you need to be most careful of are not getting chain CC'd, so if he's able to hit his W, you need to be very careful and try to walk out of it. And obviously make sure you respect his early game and his QE combo, because if he takes Comet or Grasp, his laning phase will be disgusting. Mobility champions should use their mobility to dodge his Qs and make sure you're not getting knocked up. Something important to know is that when Aatrox is in his revive state for his ultimate, he's very slow. He moves much slower than any other champion. So during this time, don't be afraid to walk up and chase him down still. In skirmishes and especially in 1v2s, his ultimate is just not that useful, not the same way it is useful in teamfights. The other really interesting thing about the ultimate is that it does have a cast time. If you're able to blow him up or surprise him before he's able to get off his ultimate and get the cast time off, then he's gonna die without getting revived. During the laning phase, aside from his Qs, one of the best things that you can do to counter him is pay attention to his passive. I will say one nice thing about the rework is that it's really easy to see when he uses his passive, because not only does it have an animation, not only does it have an increased range, but it specifically gives you a Grievous Wounds mark as well. Aatrox's passive does a lot of damage and applies Grievous Wounds and Grievous Shields. This actually means that when it's down, it's not too hard to outtrade him as long as you're not getting hit by the Qs too much. His passive doesn't just apply to champions as well, so if you see him stab the minion, which is the animation, you know that his passive is not up to trade with you. 3 champions that you can pick into Aatrox are Fiora, Renekton, and Poppy. In competitive play, we've seen quite a few Renekton picks into Aatrox, and it hasn't gone over too well. However, I still think that this matchup is good or decent for Renekton. Renekton can match his healing, he has a dash to not get hit by Q, and it's really hard for Renekton to be able to die 1v1 versus Aatrox as long as he plays the early laning phase smart. As for Fiora and Poppy, they have great ways to deny Aatrox's dashes. Fiora can easily riposte a Q, stun him, and then win the trade, and Poppy can easily stop it with her steadfast presence. Poppy's also ridiculously tanky, so until Aatrox gets a black cleaver, he's not going to be able to kill her. This has been the Mobalytics Counterplay for the new reworked Aatrox. Please make sure you check out the product at mobalytics.gg and follow us on all of our socials, and let us know in the comments who you want to see on the next Counterplay.